You highly welcome, my dear brothers and sisters out there. I'm glad that you just clicked to watch this presentation today. Today I would like us to continue our topic on the study and the teaching according to the Bible history about the Hamitic land, the land of the Hamites. And I want us to really dig deeper into one of the sons of Ham, which is Canaan. We're going to be seeing the deeper mystery about the land of Canaan. We already see that Canaan is a land that flows with milk and honey. The children of Israel were what? They were sojourners, they were visitors. Abraham sojourned even in the land of Canaan. Abraham is a visitor. He sojourned, his sons sojourned too. So they are sojourners into the land of Canaan. So the land of Canaan is a place that flows with milk and honey. When you talk about milk and honey, we're talking about abundance of natural resources. So land of Canaan is not just an ordinary land. They are what? They are great people. There are what? Great people in the land of Canaan. Things are going on in the land of Canaan. These are mighty great ones who are contained in the land of Canaan. But there's something about the Canaanites that you need to understand. Because you need to know that the Canaanites have their own God. That is the reason why the children of Israel, the sons of Jacob, the Elohim of the sons of Jacob told Jacob that when he goes into the land of Canaan, he should not go there and be following the God of what? Of the Canaanites. Because the Canaanites have a different God from the one that the children of Jacob were following. Now, these Canaanites, these were the same God. The God of the Canaanite was the same one that had a challenge, that wanted to challenge in Mount Horeb between Elisha. When they were calling Elijah, when they were calling on their God, the God of Baal, that was the Canaanite God. That was the supreme deity of the Canaanites, Baal. So now what you need to understand about the Canaanite is, yes, these people, they were what? They've already established, like I said on my teachings, my dear brothers and sisters, the Canaanites are the indigenous. Talk about the Hamitic continent. These people have already been established in the continent, so they have their own way of life already. They've already established themselves deep. So now, but they are seen sojourners, those who sojourn into their land. Some of them accepted, those who sojourn, some of the Canaanites accepted the way of life of the sojourners. But some did not. But something happened. There's something I want you to understand about the sojourning of Jacob into the land of Canaan. There is the deeper mystery about what were the sons of Jacob doing in the land of Canaan? What did they went there to do? This is the things which you are going to be seeing and know the revelation, so that you can be able to understand the reason why Canaan was cursed. So we are going to be seeing, according to the scripture today, the mystery of the Canaanites. This is something that you need to understand now. Already, I showed you on the other teaching, my dear brothers and sisters, that Canaan is the area, when you go into the continent of Africa, the whole of the continent of Africa is the Hamitic continent. According to the scripture, it is being divided into 4 different parts. Now, the people who occupy the area of the west, even towards South Africa, these are what? Canaanites. They extended, they spread into different places. Now, these Canaanites that you're seeing, they have visitors among them. These people who sojourn among these people, there are people who sojourn. The sons of Jacob sojourn into the land of Canaan. Now, I want you to see something on this picture. What you're seeing right there is the ancient map of what is today known as what? As Middle East, which we already know. The place which they call Middle East today is what? Is Northeast Africa. So because you need to understand that that was the land that is that place that they termed the land of Canaan. That was the old one. Now the new Canaan, which is the one that is located, because they've already left this particular place, they left the footprints there, and that is the reason why you see all these archaeologists excavating and doing a lot of things in that Middle East, because that was the place where the Canaanites used to be. So now when they left those places, they went down, they went now into another area to go and establish themselves in their own Hermetic continent in a different direction, because the ship is moving. So what happened is the footprint which they left, which the Canaanites left in this place where they call Middle East. This is what all these anthropologists, all these excavators are excavating about the ancient footprint which those Canaanites left in those places. So this place that you're seeing right here, this particular place, which is called the land of Canaan today, or they are trying to say that the Phoenician area, which is located around Israel, the land of Palestine and all those places, you need to understand that that was the ancient, that was the old one, that was where they left their footprints. So now they sojourned, they entered down into their own, into the Hermetic place, because this particular place is also the continent of Africa. So now what you need to understand about Canaan is, I want you to understand something about Canaan, that Canaan, they are great people. They are great people. They have their own God, which is called Baal according to the scripture. And you know he had 850 prophets of Baal according to the scripture. So now you need to understand what went on. Why is it that Canaan was cursed? Why is it according to the scripture that the sons of Jacob has to sojourn? When you check, you see that it was only Jacob, who is from the seed line of Shem, was allowed to sojourn into the land of Canaan, which we already know that the land of Canaan, the new land of Canaan today, is no longer this one that you're seeing in the Middle East, but rather the one that is located in the west coast of Africa. So, and the sojourners, the children of Israel, the sons of Jacob, who sojourned into the land of Canaan, you need to understand what did they go over there to do. Now, I'm about to reveal through the Ruach of Yahushua mysteries about the whole of the people who are on that continent. And also, first of all, we need to go through the Canaanite, because this is a pivot. You need to understand the reason why the Bible makes us to understand that Canaan caused big Canaan. Because of something, you need to understand the reason. The nakedness of his father was being discovered through Canaan. Do you know what that means? I'm about to reveal that to you, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm about to reveal the mystery of what that thing actually means. Because Canaan, let's go to the book of Genesis, because I want us to really go straight from the scripture so that you can be able to see it, my dear brothers and sisters out there. Let's go to the book of Genesis chapter number 9. From verse number 18. Let's start there. Say, and the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. So, they specifically removed Canaan to tell us that Ham is the father of Canaan. So this we already know now, that Ham is the father of Of Canaan. Right? Established, stamped. Okay, let's continue. In verse number 19, it says, these are the three sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. Out of these people, out of these them sons of Noah, the three of his sons, were the whole earth populated. Let's go. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham uncovered within his tent, and Ham, the father of Canaan. You see, and Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. Wait a minute. Ham saw the nakedness of his father. Now, Ham is the father of Canaan. So, and we already see in the scripture that what? It was Ham who saw the nakedness of his father. But listen to what happened. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon their shoulder, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done. What his younger son has done unto him. And he said, "Cursed be Canaan." This is deep. Now I want you to understand something now. Ham was the one that saw the nakedness of what? Of his father. But the curse was being placed on Canaan. Canaan is the son that comes out from what? From Ham. And this son, there is a curse that has been placed on Canaan. And what is that curse? You need to understand something that is going on here. Remember what I said, that Canaan are great people, but there is a curse that has been placed upon Canaan because of what their ancestor did. Now you need to understand what was the thing that the ancestors of Canaan, the ancestor of Canaan did, which is Ham. What was the crime? What was the thing that he did to merit that curse? The Bible makes us to understand that what? Ham was the one that saw the nakedness of what? Of his father. So now curse was being placed upon Canaan. So now what does that nakedness mean? Ham saw the nakedness of his father and told his brethren without. But those his brethren, two brethren, Japheth, and the other of his brother, they did not see, but rather what happened? They went backward and they covered themselves. They did not want to see the nakedness of their father. Now I want to reveal to you and be able to let you understand that what that particular passage of the scripture is saying is the secrets of the continent was being exposed by a certain group of what? Of visitors. Now what I'm saying is you need to understand it to be able to really catapult you into what? Into a different dimension. Now Canaan was the one that was being cursed when his father was the one that committed the crime. Now this his father, who is Ham, what was his crime? He saw the nakedness of his father, and he told it to his brethren. He told the nakedness of his father to his brethren. And what is this nakedness? He saw the secrets of his father, and then he told it to his brethren, but his brethren never made it known, but rather they blocked it from what, they never made it public. They never further said it out, but what happened? They covered the secret. So, but Ham did not. That was why when he said it out, he told it to his two brothers, he He has already spoken it out. Therefore, there is a curse upon Canaan for doing what? For revealing the secrets of his father. Now, curse was being placed upon the son of Ham, who is Canaan. Now, we see that the children of Israel are sojourners into the land of Canaan. Now, when the children of Jacob, sons of Jacob, went into the land of Canaan, what is their purpose of going into the land of Canaan? The purpose of going into the land of Canaan is to go and get the secrets, to go and know that secret through Canaan. And the moment Jacob sojourned into the land of Canaan, his main purpose in those places was to do what? Was through that to be able to see that secret which Ham has already been what? Been made to do what? To reveal. And because Jacob did this, Jacob now had power. Now I'm about to show you something. You remember what the curse was? The curse of Canaan is, listen to what the Bible said. And he said, and verse 24, and Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, cursed be Canaan. And listen to the curse, listen to the punishment that is going to be given towards to Canaan. The punishment that Canaan received on the crime that his father Ham committed. Listen what the Bible says. It says here, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. Oh my goodness, you need to understand the mystery of this. How I wish. I'm about to show you something now. The Bible makes us to understand that Canaan is going to be a servant of servants. So, what does this Bible, what does this scripture, what does this mean? We need to dig deeper to see what this thing means. Because remember what I said, that Jacob was a sojourner in the land of Canaan. So when Jacob entered into the land of Canaan, he went there and he saw the secret of the Hamitic continent through who? Through Canaan. The secrets of the continent, of the Hamitic continent, was discovered through the sojourning of Jacob in the continent of Africa. So Jacob sojourned in the continent of Africa. When he sojourned in the continent of Africa, he went there and he did what? And he saw the secret of the whole of the continent of Africa. He saw the secret of the continent of Africa because he sojourned in the land of Canaan. The secrets of the continent of Africa, the secret of the continent, the secret of the Hamitic land, the secret of the whole of the continent, the giants of that continent, what you need to understand, was being discovered, was being unlocked, was being seen through Jacob. When Jacob sojourned in the land of Canaan. So the curse which his father has caused Ham, which his father has caused Canaan now, is now coming to reality because he said that what? This Canaan is going to be a servant of servant because why? It was in his hand that the secrets of the continent of Africa was being revealed. Now, that secret is what Jacob capitulated on. You need to understand what is going on here. Jacob is what? Is a sojourner that went into the Hamitic continent. But he went into that place and he uncovered the secret of the continent. I told you that Jacob is coming from the Shemitic line. He was the only one that was allowed to go into the Hamitic continent. When he went into the Hamitic continent, what did he went there to do? He He went there and then he uncovered the secret of the continent of there. So what happened is, this curse which was being placed upon Canaan, because it was when Jacob sojourned in the land of Canaan that the secret of Ham, the secret of the continent was being exposed in the hand of what? Of the sons of Jacob. So these sons of Jacob now, remember, they are now going to control the Canaanites, because now the Canaanites are going to be servants in the hand of who? Of Jacob. And Jacob is a servant to Jeshurun. Did you see the fulfillment of the prophecy, or the fulfillment of the curse which was being placed upon Canaan? Because the Bible makes us to understand that what? That a servant of servants shall who be? Canaan is going to be the servant of servants. Canaan is a mighty, is a great people. But the secret of the Hamitic continent, the secret of the African continent was being discovered in the hand of Canaan. Through who? Through Jacob. And since it was being discovered through Jacob, through Canaan by Jacob, now Canaan is now a servant in the hand of Jacob. And Jacob himself is a servant in the hand of Jeshurun. I'm giving you mysteries in the scripture, my dear brothers and sisters out there. Let's go to the book of, I just want you to go to the book of Isaiah. We're about to see something. Remember what I said, my dear brothers and sisters, that Canaan, the Bible makes us to understand that what? That he is going to be a servant of servants. So the servant of servant, he's going to be a servant under somebody who is a servant. And who is that servant? Let's go. I'm about to show you that Jacob, who sojourned in the land of Canaan, the land which flowed with milk and honey now, went into that land and took over control of the Hamitic continent in the hand of Canaan, and Jacob made Canaan the servant. I'm giving you mystery here, my dear brothers and sisters, through the ruach of Yahushua. Let's go to the book. Just follow with me, my dear brothers and sisters. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, to be able to show you that Jacob, like I said, Jacob is a servant in the hand of Jeshurun, but Canaan is a servant in the hand of Jacob. And Canaan is the great, is the mighty one in what? In the Hamitic continent. You see how things are working. You see how the cause is following Canaan now. I'm about to reveal, I'm showing you deeper mysteries of the things which is contained in the scripture, my dear brothers and sisters out there. Now let's go there so that we'll be able to show you in the book of Isaiah, chapter number 44. From verse number 1, it says, "Yet now, hear, O Jacob, my servant." Did you see? In the hand of Yahuwah, Jacob, who is a sojourner in the land of Canaan, is a servant in the hand of Yahuwah. So he said here, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So Jacob here is a servant, and Jeshurun is the one that has been chosen, and this Jacob is going to be the one that is the one that was being promised the land of Canaan, not Jeshurun. So the land of Canaan, which he's going to take, he's going to take it from who? From Canaanites. And when he takes it from Canaanite, what does that mean? The Canaanites are going to be their servants. They are going to be serving Jacob, and Jacob has somebody who he himself is serving. You need to be in the scripture, in the way of the Ruach, to be able to see these mysteries, my dear brothers and sisters. Let's go verse 2. It says, "Thus said Yahuwah, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee from the womb, which we have the fear not, O Jacob. Do not be afraid, O Jacob. Who is talking here? Yahuwah is talking to Jacob. He's talking to Jacob. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have what? I have chosen. Jeshurun is the chosen one, whereas Jacob is the servant. So, Jacob, who is the servant, Canaan is serving Jacob. And Jacob is serving Jeshurun. Are you seeing the mystery of the scripture here, my dear brothers and sisters? The things that is going on. You need to understand that everything, that is why everything is already been mapped and already before you were born, before you even know anything. It has already been written millions of years before you even came into this planet. You are not the decider of which tribe you're going to be in when you come into this flesh. You are the one that did what? As soon as you came out in whatsoever tribe, what you are doing today is going to determine where you're going to come out in the time to come. But what I want you to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, right now is that the people of the Hamitic continent, or the continent of Africa, the secret of the whole of the continent was being revealed, was being seen in the hand of Canaan. And Canaan was cursed because of, Ham was cursed because he was the one that revealed the secrets. And when he revealed the secrets, that was the father of Canaan. That was the reason why the Bible made us to understand that Ham is the father of Canaan. So, and the punishment was being given to his father when, the punishment was being given to to Canaan, when it was his father that committed the crime, that revealed the secrets of the continent to his two other brothers. Now, when he revealed the secret, what happened? His son, who is Canaan, the children of Jacob, in this side of Jordan, in this side, the children of Israel, the sons of Jacob, sojourned in that continent, in that place, in the land of Canaan. When they sojourned in the land of Canaan, they went in that particular place in order to do what? In order to uncover and see that secret which their father Ham had revealed. So when the Bible is talking about, they saw the nakedness, they saw the secret of the continent. They saw the secret of the Hamitic continent. And who discovered it? You need to understand that sons of Jacob discovered it in the hand of Canaan. So that is the reason why the Bible makes us to understand that what Canaan is going to be the servant of servant. Who is the servant of servant? Canaan is now going to serve Jacob. Jacob, who is a servant in the hand of Jeshurun. I mean, what? Can't you see this? This is deep on its own. He's going to be serving Jacob. Canaan is going to be serving Jacob. And Jacob was a stranger in his land. Jacob was a visitor in the land of Canaan. This is the reason why when the moment that Jacob is going to leave the land of Canaan, they are going to suck Canaan dry, because they are going to be removing the whole. This is the reason why I tell you that the whole of the continent of Africa is going to be removed through the hand of Jacob, who is the sojourner in the west coast of Africa. You need to see the deeper mysteries of what is really going on. Like I said, the image, the picture which you are seeing here, my dear brothers and sisters, the land of Canaan there is the dilapidated one, the one that has already been finished with. This is old. This is where they left their footprints. They've already left this place and they sojourn into the west coast of Africa. You need to see that. They've left that place and they are now in the west coast of Africa. is why they sojourned into this place. They had to sojourn into this particular area. Now, when they went into this place, the same people who were in those areas, but they sojourned and they came over to this area. They established. Jacob is among them. Jacob has been the one that drew. You need to understand that the sojourning in that place where they know today as the land of Israel, Canaan, and all those places in the Middle East, that is an ancient place where they left the footprints thousands and millions of years or whatsoever years that is before. So, but those places, which is parts of the Hamitic land, is no longer where they are. They've migrated. And now, the footprint which they left those places, this is what all these people are tracing in that place. When already a new Canaan is already located in the west coast of Africa. A new Jerusalem is already established in the west coast of Africa. The one that you see in the Middle East is already dilapidated. It's about to be it's about to be destroyed, just the same way the Temple of Solomon was being crushed. You need to understand the deeper things that is really going on when it comes to understanding the biblical history and the truth about what is really happening. The continent of its own, the continent of Africa, the secrets of it is in the hand of Canaan, but the sojourners who are Jacob are going to get that secret from the hand of Canaan, and they are going to make the Canaanites the servants. Don't you understand what is going on? And Jacob himself is a servant in the hand of Jeshurun, because Jeshurun is the chosen, whereas Jacob is going to be the servant in the hand of Jeshurun. And who is leading Jeshurun? Yahushua. Who is the leader of Jeshurun? Yahushua. You need to understand what is happening. Now, in this time that you are in now, you see a lot of people who do not even understand the mystery of the things which is happening in the west coast of Africa. Don't you know that the things which is going on in the west coast of Africa remote is controlling everything that is happening worldwide? This is where it happens. This is where everything happens. Because this is where they are. What is Jacob doing in the west coast of Africa? I'm giving you mysteries. This is my father's treasure. You need to ask yourself, what is Jacob doing in the Hamitic continent? He is a sojourner there, and he's going to do what, according to the scripture, he's going to do what he's going to get the revelation, get the secret of the continent of Africa, and he's going to make Canaan the servant. And he himself, Jacob, is a servant in the hand of Jeshurun. This is treasure that belongs to my ancestors. Give you the concrete understanding of the scripture to be able to elevate you into a different dimension. Come to Yahushua. You are going to be born. You are going to be part of a greater family that is going to be born in the house of Jeshurun. You are going to be among those who are removing the whole any continent that it is. I don't care about there's no continent there's no place, there's no galaxy, there's no place to infinity. Ain't nobody who's going to. What is it that you don't understand? Yahushua is the king of Jeshurun, and Canaan is a servant to Jacob. Jacob is going to be controlling Canaan. Don't you understand it? And Jacob himself is a servant in the hand of Israel. Israel, who is Jeshurun. You need to understand that Jacob's name is not the original. His name is not originally Israel. His name was changed from Jacob to Israel. But before his name was being changed, there's somebody who has been bearing the name Israel, who is Jeshurun. And that individual is the one that is the chosen. And the king of those people, the king of the people, the king of Jeshurun is who is Yahushua. This is the reason why I always point you to Yahushua, because I know when you come there, your eyes is going to be open. You're going to know the dimension. You're going to know who you are as a people, as a great nation. You're not being restricted. This is the time to be able to elevate you. You might be born in whatsoever tribe you are now. It doesn't matter. What matters now is where you're going to be born in the world to come. Which place are you going to be born in the world to come? If you are not in Yahushua, you're going to be born, you're going to be a slave. You don't understand what is really going on. You're going to be subjected. You are going to be a servant. You need to understand the mysteries of the things which is contained in the book, my dear brothers and sisters out there. I'm here to give you the concrete understanding of the scripture in order to elevate you above, only above. Because I know that there's no entity, ain't nobody. We're talking about a different dimensional beings here who has to come from a different galaxy, from a different planetary system. To sojourn, to come into the continent. You don't even know their whereabouts. You can't even tell how these people came into the west coast of Africa. And you say that you're just there. You don't even know who they are. They said from Shem. And how did you get there? How did they land in the west coast of Africa? You don't know, and yet you are still playing. You don't know. They are coming there. These people, greats, coming to take over Canaan from the land of Canaan. Make the Canaanites the servants. And they themselves are going to be servants if they are not in Yahushua, as long as you are not in Yahushua. Everything revolves into Yahushua. You need to see the mystery of what is going on.